This podcast is a proud member of the UUOP network.
This is episode 605 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast for April 2nd, 2024. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. As always, glad to have you on board with us. Got a great show for you. That's all I can say on this one. But I'm not doing it by myself. I have, as most of the time, the better halves of these shows. Actually, just Tracy's the better half and Michelle. But anyways, joining us, I have Michelle.
Hi.
Tracy.
Hello, everyone.
Who's that other one? Oh, we got Lee.
I'm feeling the love right now. Hello, everyone.
I'll get you back a little bit. How is everybody doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
How are you doing, Christopher?
How am I doing?
Yes.
I don't know what you mean. I'm doing good, though.
How's Alexa doing right now, Christopher?
Alexa's doing filled with a lot of excitement.
I mean, that could go down a different route, but all right.
Wow. Oh, is that what we're calling it now?
Whoa.
we are doing good. Yes, just to throw it out there, we are pregnant.
Yay!
We got a new cult member on the way. Baby boy.
Someone ready to take over my job? Please.
Might be a few years. Might be a few years, Lee.
It's a couple of years, but I'll put a little microphone in the crib. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we are. We are in the. It's due in September, or at least that's what we're saying.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, little boy on the way. We also there's another Producers Club member that put it out there, Nicole Hunter.
Yes.
Congratulations to you guys.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes.
Her and Jeff are pregnant as well, so now we got a little play buddy. But yeah, it's big stuff ahead.
Yeah,
so
excited. Exciting stuff ahead.
Exciting stuff ahead.
Chris has gone from a close the parks out kind of guy to a break the parks in at like 7 o'clock because he'll be up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Look, I'm going to be joining that run club.
Yep.
Yeah.
No excuses now.
Yeah, I'm going to be the one
gonna
complaining.
go out of business.
Oh, God, yeah.
I need more indoor shows so I can take that midday nap that everybody talks about.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You'll soon have a favourite restrooms with the changing rooms on
Oh,
property.
Yeah. Listen, the we've been going to the parks for ever since I was literally 3 weeks old. And that's, the way we do parks is going to change, and it's going to be a new learning experience as we go along. And there's plenty of parents that we know that are big theme park heads,
Absolutely.
including the Producers Club and everything. So,
The outcasts, you mean?
Oh, God.
The bag holders.
You're already selling this.
I see a new segment coming up in September called Child Swap, where Chris gives us tips for new parents bringing babies to the parks.
Oh, that's interesting, actually.
That is quite interesting.
I have a better idea. Chris, you and I will talk.
Yeah, that's a good name too.
Yeah.
I just came up with it.
Oh, well, no royalties. All right. So let's move this show along, and we'll start that off with some Producers Club birthdays. Trace?
Yes, we will. We've got a couple to kick us off. April the 7th is a lovely Josh Prock's birthday. Happy birthday, Josh!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And April the 8th is my podcasting sister from the other show. Is the very tasty Kayla Roebuck's birthday. Happy birthday, Kayla!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Feliz cumpleaños, Kayla.
Yay, happy birthday. Yeah, more later.
Tasty, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, she's one of my girls.
Oh, okay.
You're speaking Michelle's language right now.
She's taking over editing at the moment, so she's doing me a favour.
Oh, bless
Not
her.
of this one, of the other one.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, well, if you haven't already seen, last week, Universal Orlando revealed more details about another of the lands coming to Epic Universe. Guests of all ages will soar with dragons in a colorful, fully alive world filled with Viking adventures in How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk.
Woo!
V-Land encompasses 15.5 acres with a total of 162,500 square feet of rockwork. Jesus. Making it a Viking village for the dragon-sized adventures, and captures the heart, humor, and scale of the films within an authentic recreation of the rugged, rocky world where raucous Vikings and rambunctious dragons live together in hilarious harmony.
So just to jump in a little bit, I've just Googled how big Diagon Alley is as a comparison. So Diagon Alley at Universal Studios Florida encompasses 20 acres. And it doesn't feel that big. See this, I'm sure we'll get into it from watching the video. This looks massive. It looks way bigger than Diagon Alley does.
Yeah.
I think you're going to have a bigger sense or a bigger feel in this one, because a lot of the stuff is outdoors, whereas Diagon Alley is more buildings. Like your main attraction there takes up a huge part of that 20 acres.
Yeah.
Here you got the coaster outside, you got the dragon flyer outside, even the boat rides outside.
Yeah.
So the only real thing in there that takes up a bunch of space inside would be that show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I suppose you look at Diagon Alley, literally the only outside portions are the main street, round to Carket Market, and that's it. Everything else is hidden. So yeah, you're going to get that sense of space with it being more open.
It's also crazy to think, because that's 20 acres and one ride.
Yeah.
Whereas this is 15.5 with 3 and
Well,
show.
you got to count Hogwarts Express too.
That's not part of Diagon Alley, though.
Hogwarts Express, is it?
No.
Yeah, that's outside. You got to go
outside
through.
and go back in, yeah.
I wouldn't
And
class
then-
that as Diagon Alley. It's so according to this, it's
That's London.
so Hogsmeade's about the same size as well, which feels weird because Hogsmeade feels massive compared to Diagon Alley,
Yeah.
Yeah, more outside stuff.
and they're both virtually the same size. Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
Interesting. All right. Well, welcome to the Isle of Berk. Guests' first sight of Berk will be reminiscent of the iconic sweeping vista straight from the films, featuring a vast, sparkling lagoon that boasts 2 40-foot-tall Viking statues set against an energetic village perched above churning seas. Guests will discover 4 attractions, 1 live show, and several character and dragon meet and greet experiences that offer something for every member of the family.
And from that video, that reveal is going to be stunning. I'll be honest, we watched it yesterday with our youngest, and I was tearing up watching it again.
You will.
Oh, Audrey legit cried. She loves Toothless.
I wasn't that bothered. And the more I watch it, the more I'm like, this looks amazing.
Yeah.
I know I'm the odd man out. I still have yet to see How to Train Your Dragon.
Really?
And Alexa tells me all the time that she will rewatch it with me. She loves that movie.
Yeah. Put
They're
it this
so
way.
good.
Yeah.
They really are.
In a lot of cinephile lists, it even comes in as like one of the best trilogies ever made. Not just animated.
Wow.
Films in general.
You know, I got to sit down and do this. Yeah.
You
sure.
do? You do?
I want to again, actually. Oh, you haven't seen him for a long time.
No, not for a while. I mean,
Come on over.
yeah, this whole reveal is giving me everything I wanted and way more.
Tracy's already talking
It's
about
just-
a sleeve.
Yeah, I was like, this is going to end up in a sleeve.
If it looks anything like this land, it's going to be amazing.
Exactly.
I need to be an octopus, the amount of sleeves I want.
I mean, yes, you've got 2 legs as well, don't
Yeah.
forget.
We need to do a group watch. Producers Club
That would
group
be
watch.
awesome, actually.
They can all bloody pay for it and all then. Oh, wait, no, because I'll have to do it.
You have to do what?
Getting together. I mean, I'll get ink together. But
Not that. I think
All right,
she
I was
meant
gonna say-
watching the films,
Oh,
not
the
you
group
getting
watch of those. I'm
tattooed.
going to say group watch of
No.
getting tattooed, but that's a
That would
possibility.
be fun too.
I mean, it would.
Just not when it's my arse.
No. Anyway, can we move on?
Yes, so the first attraction we're going to talk about is Hiccup's Wing Gliders. And on this family thrill coaster, Hiccup invites brave new Vikings to take a ride in his latest glider contraption. A winged flying machine that launches aspiring dragon riders into the sky for a dragon's eye view of Berk. Guests will fly alongside Hiccup and Toothless and reach speeds of up to 45 miles per hour as they soar around the perimeter of Berk and even through the lagoon. I like that. Through. Not over. Through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
While experiencing firsthand what it's like to fly in a dragon and swim under the water, apparently. The height requirement will be a minimum height of 40 inches, which is 102 centimetres.
Just right for Michelle.
You just called her a
Hey.
short ass.
No, I'm saying that it's about her level, isn't
Oh,
it?
you mean, right, okay. You mean thrill level.
It doesn't go
thrill
up there.
level.
I thought
Yeah.
you were saying she was short.
No.
My
I thought we were
Michelle, I was
short-shaming her
I
right
was
now.
like, wait.
No.
Michelle was getting that
Short.
2 before out again.
What's
It
that?
looks
3.5. 3'4", is that right?
Yeah, so it's...
Yeah.
It's really small.
But from what I've seen, it looks like it's going to feel faster.
It looks awesome.
It really does.
I mean, this is like they're comparable to like the family coasters you get over in Disney, right?
Yeah.
Like your Thunder
Probably.
Mountains,
Yeah.
Yes.
that kind of stuff. Those are all 36 to 40 around there. Just because, again, my niece has just started riding those, and she's right at 40, I think. So nice to have a little family coaster over here.
Yeah, Thunder Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain, that's probably pretty comparable.
Yeah.
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 And let's be honest, not every coaster needs to be an intense seat of your pants attraction. Sometimes
Yes, it
it's
does.
nice to just get on something that's thrilling without being like scaring the shit out of you.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
I know you do, but it's
That's
right
also
though.
coming from a place of getting older, because I'm with you on that. And I'm like, it's hard for me to do just like if we had Dueling Dragons there back to back. We've
Yeah.
spoken about this, but
I
What's
never
wrong
could.
with you people?
You don't do them back to back. Well, probably because
I
I
could.
don't.
Yeah, it's you that holds me back.
To be fair, I've ridden Hulk and Velocicoaster recently without taking any medication. I was halfway around the Hulk and I went, oh, I haven't taken my Dramamine this morning. I hope I'm going to be all right. That was fun. Yeah, it looks cool.
It does.
I like it.
oh yeah.
Looks so good.
Yeah.
And that part where it actually does go through the water, I wonder if it's
Yes.
going to get you wet or if it just like sprays to the sides.
I mean, I don't know. It depends how much you enjoy it, I guess. Anyway, moving on. I couldn't not. Sorry. Next up, we have The Untrainable Dragon. Inspired by Universal Beijing Resort's wildly successful Untrainable show, this dragon-filled live spectacular takes guests on an unforgettable journey with beloved characters Hiccup, Toothless, Gobber, and Astrid as they work
Gobber.
together to solve the mystery of the Untrainable Dragon. This heartwarming story comes to life with captivating musical numbers, breathtaking sets, and life-sized dragons soaring overhead. I wonder... I assume, because I think she worked on the one in Beijing. Pretty sure our good friend Catherine
Uh-huh.
will have I know she worked on that one, whether she'll have worked on this one or not.
Don't know.
'Cause she was over here at Abbey Road this week doing
She was?
secret stuff.
Didn't call him for a cuppa.
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know whether you guys have seen any clips from this. I've tried not to watch it because I really want to, but I want to see it firsthand. But it looks amazing from the clips that we've seen.
yeah.
Very short clips, and actually now that it is coming over here, I'm not going to watch anymore.
No.
those
Yeah.
clips.
But the dragons look
Agreed.
phenomenal.
Well, I'm quite happy to go over to so I can make an informed comparison for you.
No. I mean, Tracy pointed out it looks like they've really got that amalgamation of like using the screen from Bourne as the background, but then having those massive dragon characters as well. So it's like that next step of Bourne into having actual like actors and stuff again, and going back to that sort of Terminator 2 thing, which I love, how much I adore shows at parks, and yeah, super excited.
Yeah, it's needed. We don't have enough shows at
No.
Universal anymore.
No,
Definitely not.
because they're all
Nope.
not many sit-down ones. They're all, I can't remember, I think it might have been Universal Family we're talking about, or we talked about it recently or whatever. They're all kind of happen by shows now, stand out and watch them rather than sit-down shows.
Yeah.
And I like that, but you need the other as well.
Well, and there's nothing at Islands. There's no shows at all at Islands.
No, we've definitely had this conversation recently.
Yeah.
If that
Yeah.
rings a bell. Yeah, there isn't
Well, it's-
anything.
Especially it being South Florida, like we need more indoor shows
Uh-huh.
as well.
Yeah.
Because it just gets way too hot.
Amen.
Chris is thinking babies already. I need somewhere to sleep.
Oh, this is pre-baby. We don't go during the summertime because we're dying.
Yeah.
So it's like, but even more so now. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Fire Drill. Mischievous Viking twins, Rough Nut and Tough Nut Gotta watch this movie. Invite teams of Vikings to compete to outscore and outsoak each other on this wet and wild boat battle. Guests will board a colorful dragon-headed boat and blast water cannons at flame-like targets to practice putting out fires, a crucial skill to master when living with dragons. This attraction has no minimum height requirement, but children under 48 inches must be accompanied by a supervising companion. Handheld infants are not permitted. Come on, guys, what's going on here?
Yeah, but it means you can get him on it fairly early.
Yeah.
Now, I was concerned about this because we've got a similar ride to this at Flamingo Land, but you're shooting... and Alton Towers.
Alton Towers, yes.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Shooting each other. And I was like, I know we're not going to ride it that much because of getting wet. Whereas it's not. You're shooting targets.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm well up for this. It's like the physical outdoor version of Men in Black. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all
Weekend
over this.
2025, this is our Men in Black challenge.
Heck yeah. This sounds awesome, actually.
It really does. It'd be interesting to see how it keeps score. Firing water at fiery targets, I don't know how that works, but it's got to be technologically advanced.
Obviously.
Which is...
Yeah, probably have some kind of like laser tracking system that, once you direct the water towards a certain spot, it'll count as a point or however they want to rank this.
Not like those stupid carnival things where you have to shoot the water in the clown's mouth to blow the balloon up.
Correct.
I've never done that.
No, I've never done that. I think you took the words out of my mouth. I've never done one of them. Yeah, this sounds amazing.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I just wish there were chairs though, like seats.
Is it stand up?
Yeah.
I could have sworn I saw in the rendering it was everybody standing up, which
Okay.
I mean, not to sound lazy, but again, I'm a big fan of having a seat when you're in a park all day, walking around, waiting in a long line. It's nice to sit down.
I'll apologise in advance. Yeah, Michelle, I know you do.
There's leg massages on this one too.
Yeah, you have to bring your own on. But it looks, it looks this like I was excited for it, and then finding out that it's not shooting each other and it being an actual like shooting targets, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah! You know how much me and Tracy love an interactive shooter.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you gotta see. I wonder how much the guns will kind of swivel. Maybe you can't shoot each other with the water.
Possibly.
Well,
Pull a Kyle and shoot your own boat.
I thought the video said something about you will get soaked.
It
and
does,
I
but that doesn't
think that's
necessarily
just
mean
water
you're going to...
cannons
Yeah,
and
there's
things.
probably things shooting you from the outside, not necessarily shooting each other. I guess we'll find out.
Maybe there's like a Men in Black scene where it turns on each other and
Probably.
you can
Yeah, actually,
shoot each other's,
Maybe.
something.
The dragon turns round and on you.
Yes, because dragons are so well known for that.
Well, it's not... How
What
else
type
is it
of
gonna
dragon is
get...
that? Oh, it's a dragon.
Yeah.
take him away from the bar.
Oh, goodness. Our next episode's going to be crazy. This is how it's starting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting it all out of the way now.
Well, you're going to really disappoint everybody if that's
Yeah.
the case.
Well, they won't hear this, so they won't know.
All right. Next ride, Dragon Racers Rally. Berk's new Viking racers can practice aerobatic maneuvers and high-speed barrel rolls on two Viking-made dragon riding trainers that reach heights of up to 67 feet in the air. Guests can control how wild or mild their experience will be as they perform high-flying, gravity-defying, swooping, and soaring skills that are necessary to earn the accolades worthy of a true champion dragon racer. The height requirement is a minimum of 48 inches or 122 centimeters.
Has anyone seen the video of that woman on
me.
one of these somewhere where she's...
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Tracy, by
That's
the
me.
way.
I'm going faster. I'm going for the record. That's
Oh,
me.
God.
I'm the one stood at the side going, I'm not sure whether I want to ride this.
I am so giddy about this one.
Because this could potentially make me hurl.
Might make me home.
Well, but you don't have to make it spin.
But it still spins. The whole thing still goes round, regardless of whether I spin or not.
I mean, it's going in circles up and down, but you're not doing like barrel rolls the whole time.
At that might
You
not.
don't have to.
He wasn't even good with carousels until recently.
I'm still not great. I don't know.
Really?
I don't
Like
know.
one fish, two fish, red fish, blue
I
fish
can
would
do
make
them.
you sick?
No, they're fine. But something like this, I don't know.
I mean, I'm just excited for this just because I've never ridden anything similar to
Yes.
this style of ride. So that looks like fun. I don't know if I'd be able to do it multiple times doing tons of barrel rolls like that lady in
No.
the video or Tracy in this case. But I definitely am excited. I mean, the dude in the video describing this ride said he did it 7 times back to back. So
Oh,
He didn't
right.
tell you that he hurled afterwards.
Right.
yeah, he left that out.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's-
I like the
that's
idea. I
record.
hope that we can truly control it, though. I hope it's not like hard to control.
No, you will be able to.
Okay, because
Yeah.
if we can truly control it, that's going to be awesome.
Because you control, from what I understand, you're controlling fins that affect
Because isn't the one in...
the wind direction. That'll.
I want to say there's one.
I
Isn't
feel like
there
it has to be a
one in
little bit
Warner Brothers.
supported by electricity or something, not just wind, because it's a heavy vehicle.
There'll be a.
I feel like you're not going fast enough to actually
I
spin
don't know.
the way
maybe.
you want.
There'll be
I
a
don't
lock in
know.
it as well to stop people from.
I hope so, because I don't want to go
Being
round and round
stupid.
and round at all. Please.
I do.
Thank you.
I really do.
I feel sorry for the people around me is all I will say.
I want to do like a barrel roll and then not for a little bit,
So-
and then a barrel roll and then not. Like I need to be
Yeah.
able to reacclimate my stomach in
Well,
between.
you go one way and then the other, so you wind yourself up. You wouldn't wind yourself.
Or not. Or you churn your stomach up
Is
even
that how that
more.
works, Tracy?
Yeah,
It doesn't.
yeah. That's
It's like if you're dizzy and you go the
That's-
opposite way, it doesn't make you undizzy.
that's
Yeah,
my
if
logic.
you drive a car backwards, it takes away miles.
No.
Everybody
All
knows
It's-
that.
right,
yeah.
Ferris Bueller.
So I'm going to eat a big meal before I go on this as well.
She really
Oh,
is going to
God.
spray everybody
I
out.
don't.
No, all right.
I don't.
Famous last words.
I have never hurled
You
on
have
a
never
ride.
been on anything like that for a long, long time. When was the last time you went on anything spinny? 2013? 2011? 29? 2009? What?
There was rides like that in Everland.
All right. Well, I forgot you off to Korea for 3
Yeah.
months without me, didn't you?
I can do it again if you want.
Please do.
Okay.
Oh no.
Anyway, Chris should have had this next one.
So, Viking training camp. Junior Vikings will learn everything they need to know about dragons as they climb, slide, and explore their way through this sprawling, interactive adventure play camp featuring a Viking agility course, a toothless-themed teeter-totter,
That's a seesaw for everyone in the UK.
baby Gronkle dragon climbers, and so much more.
Yeah. There's a lot of words in there. Even I don't know.
So I said 3 rides and a show, and then obviously we corrected to 4 rides and a show. So they're considering this a ride.
It does say 4 rides.
Yeah,
It's a
and this would be
Play area
the
though,
only
isn't
other
it?
thing.
Huh.
1, 2.
I don't consider it a ride.
No.
it's a play area.
Interesting. Yeah, it's a Camp Jurassic. It's a
Yeah.
kid zone.
It's a Fievel's Playland.
Yeah, it's where you'll find Chris most of the time in this park.
Yeah, please, someone bring me a drink.
They
Yeah.
need some ale from the meat house. We haven't got that far, have we? Yeah, I
Ooh.
won't be entering this place because I haven't even been to Camp Jurassic yet. So, and we
Yes,
had
you
kids. No,
What?
only when we came out at Pteranodon Flyers and got stuck in the slide. That's it.
Yeah.
I feel like we tell that story every time
We
we
do.
mention Camp Jurassic.
I want to go play. I wonder if they'll let people in without kids.
You guys can rotate Baby Z all you want.
Yes.
So
Cool. So the kids play area that used to be at Animal Kingdom, which they've taken out. I don't know if they've taken out the boneyard or not, but they're
Oh, yeah.
redoing that whole section. But the boneyard over there is awesome. Like I love playing there. So if it's anything like that, it's really cool because there's somebody that's like at the station where you enter and exit. And so that way kids can't come out without their parents. So it's literally like a place where you can go in and there's shady spots for the parents to sit and the kids can just like run and play. It's very nice.
Sounds
so
perfect.
This is
the
like-
video made it look kind of like that, where it's like an enclosed play area.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did look like that. It doesn't look like just like you can come out of it at any spot.
Mhm.
At any spot. It looked like you
Right.
had to go in the entrance and come out of the entrance.
Yeah.
cool.
Next up, we've got Meat Hiccup and Toothless.
Oh, yes.
And I'm going to state it right now. I said this to Tracy. Toothless is probably the least interesting dragon in that franchise, to be fair.
What?
To you.
You agreed with me. Don't
Aw.
show me up now. You agreed with me when I said that
Show 'em up,
yesterday.
Tracy.
I've shown him up.
Guests can visit the Haddock Paddock. Oh, I thought we were visiting a dragon, not fish. All right. For an incredible meet and greet experience with heroic dragon rider Hiccup and pose for a photo with his friendly night fury Toothless. Plus, throughout the day, guests may also encounter other familiar Vikings and dragons while exploring Berk. Awesome.
I am all for meeting Hiccup and Toothless.
I'm interested to see whether this is a raptor kind of encounter or some sort of animatronic.
I feel like it'd have to be more of a raptor style,
Me too.
just because it shows him outside. I mean, he's under a covering, but to have an animatronic that big to like move around.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate right now. Have you seen the Triceratops out in Universal Japan?
No, I haven't actually.
It's a Triceratops. Like, bigger than a cow. It's huge.
Do people pet it?
I don't know whether they necessarily allow people out, but you've got to look at some of the things that Universal have done around their other parks.
They have had a Triceratops as well here before.
No,
But
you're
this
not
one-
walking around. There's one in, I think there was one in Hollywood as well.
But Toothless needs to have some type of an interactive personality.
But who's to say there isn't? Who's to say that the technology for their animatronics hasn't come on that far, that they've been working on it in the background, and this is going to be the next evolution of a meet and
It
greet?
could be an amalgamation of both.
Possibly.
Okay, I'm watching this Triceratops. It is amazing. I'm 99% sure. Nope, I'm almost 100 that's people in there.
Nope.
Look at its leg movements. That's not how mechanics move.
So, all right, we can go back 10 years. When did we see Lucky the Dinosaur at Animal Kingdom?
Oh, first trip.
That was not a person. That was 2005. It was the second trip, I think, if I remember rightly. And that was 20 years ago. I think the potential for this to be an animatronic's pretty high.
I mean, I think it could be a hybrid thing. Because I think that's what's happening here. Obviously, to move the mouth and all that stuff. But like the actual movements that I'm seeing on this, and isn't Toothless is much smaller, right?
He is smaller, yes.
He probably is, yeah.
I feel like a human or like a person could do that.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
The shape of his head makes it weird for it to be a person. Anyway.
Is this new at Japan?
I might have been wrong. It might have just been at Hollywood. I
it's
thought
Japan.
it was at Japan.
I'm looking
Oh,
at
well, there you go then.
Is
I'm
it
watching
new?
this is
I'm asking,
amazing.
is
Like,
it
we
new?
need this over here.
Because I didn't see this, so I have to go back.
No, it's not new. They just only roll them out every now and again.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't
But
that
she
one I
still
was
didn't
there.
see it, so she has to
I
go
have
back.
to go back.
Will
It's
you
the
shut
law.
up?
What park is this at?
Japan and Hollywood, I think.
Oh, it's in Hollywood too?
I think so.
The closest we get is a little hand puppet of a Triceratops.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
You want to pet the baby?
Not really. It looks fake, so... Anyway,
Do you want me to rub your hand? Is that what you're asking me to do?
that's weird, isn't it, when you look at it that way? Oh my god. Shall
Why
Yeah,
are you
we,
holding this
that's
so
a
close to
person
your
in there
waist?
to-
What are you doing?
can we please move on?
Sure. Guests can also dine and shop and pillage like Vikings in the world's variety of themed eateries and retail locations, including Mead Hall, the beating heart of Berk, and the village's main gathering hall. Mead Hall is where guests can feast like a Viking and enjoy a savory menu featuring a variety of meats, fish, sandwiches, dragons, and more, along with a collection of meads and ciders.
If they don't do a dragon sandwich, I'm going to be disappointed.
They don't eat the dragons.
All this is going to do is everyone off who said they should have had a great hall experience somewhere in Hogsmeade. Like, if they can do this, which is exactly the same thing, why didn't they do that there?
Yeah.
Space, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe. Tracy, how do you feel about this sort of eatery? Because the first thing I saw was like, you're not going to like this because it's very much that sort of sharing tables with other people who you don't know or like or care to be
As long as
anywhere
the
near.
people don't touch my food, that's fine.
Like leaky
I mean, I
cauldron,
hope they
isn't
don't
it?
do that at any other place
Yeah,
at all.
exactly.
So
Just don't touch my food. I growl. I might bite.
I wonder if it'll
I'm
be
fine by
like
that.
medieval times where you don't get utensils, you just have to eat everything with your hands.
Yeah, I can do that.
how awesome would it be like taking an entire long table at the next weekend
Amazing.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right in the middle.
Yes.
Right in the
Like
middle.
how many chairs do you need?
All of them.
50?
Yeah.
60?
Yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
It's another food place.
Yeah. Meads and ciders too.
Oh, yes.
Yum. All right. Let's look at what am I trying to say? I'm looking at this damn animatronic thing, and I have to agree with you, Chris. He does look like there's a person in there walking.
I think there's two people in there, to be honest with you, kind of like those old school like
No.
horse.
Well, yeah.
No, I'm
don't-
not saying that's the whole thing, but there's definitely some kind of frame mechanism and people inside because the movements are not. It's not mechanical. That's not how mechanics move. But there's definitely somebody controlling mechanical features
Yeah,
inside.
Like
him.
its head.
Yeah.
What if it's a horse?
Inside. Shut up.
I should ask Kenneth. I wonder if he knows.
If it's
He
a
seems
horse.
to- no,
Oh,
he seems to know about like
Yes.
all kinds of crazy, weird things that most people don't know.
it's very vague.
Very.
He's like a walking game of Trivial Pursuit. This guy.
I know. He replaced you for the last 2 weeks.
All right. Let's look at some of the restaurants that are inside of Isle of Berk. So first we have Spitfire Grill.
Michelle, are you paying
Overlo-
attention, by the way?
What?
This is the
She was watching the
second.
video.
This is literally the second
Yeah.
eatery we're talking about inside the Isle of Berk. Because Chris has already talked about the meat hall.
Oh, you meet Hall. Okay. Well, whatever. I'm just
She
going to
was
read.
She was
Fuck.
planning on just drinking there, not eating.
Whatever. Spitfire Grill, overlooking the action of the Fire Drill water attraction. Spitfire Grill is a quick service dining location featuring delicious, hearty meals, flame seared by a helpful, unseen dragon fry cook.
Awesome. I am any eatery that overlooks an attraction. I am all for.
Yes.
Even better if the fire drill attraction does have features that get guests like wet. And you can overlook that. Same thing for like Dudley, right? I love watching people just get blasted in the face with water. Now imagine with me, you're overlooking the ride, but there's also a slot where you can put some quarters
Oh,
in
yes.
and squirt people from your chair while eating.
Heck
that'd
yeah.
be fun.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's got to have a roast.
Behave yourself.
I'll save it for the other show.
I love how there's absolutely no reaction from Michelle whatsoever.
Those are different kind of roasts.
At least face.
Jesus.
Just bleep her mouth to let people wonder what she said.
Yeah. We also have Hooligans Grog and Gruel, where guests can grab quick bites at this festive racing-themed food stand located in the Viking camp. After a day of dragon training, guests can commemorate their lessons with an array of merchandise available at highly themed shops like Viking Traders, How to Treat Your Dragon, Hiccup's Workshop, and Toothless Treasures.
Nice. I want that job where you get to name stuff because it's awesome.
I could do that.
Like I
You could do that.
how to treat your dragon.
Yeah.
Perfect. Grog and gruel. Yeah, no thanks. And finally, to celebrate the dragon-size adventures that await in How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, guests can now purchase a variety of items themed to the vibrant world coming to Epic Universe, including apparel, mugs, and pennants. The collection is available for a limited time and can be purchased at shop.universal.com.
Okay.
Are pennants those little flag things?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh. See, I want those medallions that they've been giving out to influencers.
Yeah, I know.
Tell me about
I know.
it.
Oh,
Where's
not
our
even
medallions,
influencers.
Universal?
Yes, it's all right.
Mhm.
Let's just drop it.
Mm.
But yes, this was the land I was probably least looking forward to, and yeah,
I told you were wrong.
it looks amazing.
Told you.
It does.
This land is chef's kiss.
Uh-huh.
So excited.
So before we move on, question for the three of you.
Uh-huh.
What land are we getting announced next? Because bear in mind, they're not messing around. It's been, 6 weeks since we got Celestial Park? Maybe 2 months? So they're not messing around with announcements. We're going to get them pretty quick and fast.
My bet would be on either Monsters or Mario. They're obviously going to save Potter for last.
You think?
But we've already pretty much got everything for Mario, don't we?
That's the thing. Like Mario, you would save that one for last as well because it's so highly anticipated. But since everybody knows everything about it, it's not that big of a
Yeah.
secret as to what it is. And Monsters doesn't have the following, at least not the general following that the other properties have. So that's why my bet's between one of those two.
Nintendo makes sense to be next.
You think?
Yeah, because like Chris said, anyone who's paying attention to the theme park world will have seen it in Japan, will have seen it in Hollywood, so you know what's coming.
And that's why it's not such a...
That's why you get it out of the way now and leave your bigger ones for later.
No, I'm Chris. I think Monsters, Dark Universe is it.
I'm thinking Monsters too, along with some type of HHN announcement.
Because are they diagonally opposite each other?
I can't remember. We looked, didn't we? We watched the Celestial Park video again yesterday.
I think they're like
I can't
diagonally
remember.
opposite each other.
But Potter makes sense to be last, I guess.
Yeah.
No, it does. It's the cash cow, man. It's the golden goose.
Yep.
They know everybody's going to salivate over that.
I posted this poll on our Facebook page yesterday, and someone commented saying, I think they're releasing them in the order that they mentioned in the video. So the original Epic Universe announcement video that came out with the Celestial Park announcement, that whole thing about, the history of our parks and Steven Spielberg, and then they showed each land, and the first one was How to Train Your Dragon. So I can't remember what the next one was. But someone said, I think they're going to release them in that order, which would make sense with this being the first one.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it? Because like with all the news that's out there, people like Alicia putting it out there, we pretty much know what's coming, and it's still exciting to get this information officially. We're still finding out new stuff that we didn't know.
Especially if we're getting videos as awesome as this.
Yeah.
Because
that's the other thing. I completely agree with Tracy, because these videos just put you into a mindset.
Yeah.
Like, they're so good.
And
they're so good.
Yeah, knowing Universal that all their concept art is usually exactly what it will be.
They need to make their concept art into print for people.
Yeah.
Because I would out of that.
Yeah. I want that model. That model that Mark Woodbury stood in front of at that announcement video of the whole park, just like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks awesome. If this is the standard of those lands, then hell yeah.
In fact, when they're all announced, I want a DVD as well, because I would buy a DVD of all those announcements.
I mean,
because it's
just
gorgeous.
Go on YouTube and do a playlist, but whatever.
No, sometimes it's nice to have a physical thing.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to some more Producers Club birthdays.
Yes,
Trace?
we can. Another pair of birthday buddies. I don't know.
No, because
we'll go with
twins.
that. They're not twins. Okay, birthdays. So, on April 9th, we have the lovely Jessica Roussel's birthday. Happy birthday, Jessica!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
And then a few days later, on April 12th, we have Brokat himself. It's Todd Ellsworth's birthday. Happy birthday, Todd!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break to keep the lights on, and we'll be right back.
Man, we need a vacation.
Oh, I got this.
Whoa, that's awesome. But I was thinking something a little more adventurous.
Okay, how about this?
Yes!
And how about some relaxation from Mama?
Oh, perfect. How did you do that?
Easy. Portkey Vacations.
For your next vacation, let Portkey Vacations take away all the guesswork and stress of planning. From air and hotel to theme park tickets and everything else in between, they've got you covered. Just visit PortkeyVacations.com and touch the Portkey to get started with your free, no-obligation quote request. With just one touch, and Portkey Vacations will magically take you wherever you want to go.
And we are back. All right, so coming off birthdays, I think we want some sweets, right? So let's, how about we do a which stick gets your lick? And this one comes from Michelle.
I've been given the impossible task to keep this family friendly. So why is the segment name so rich with double entendre? We all know what you're trying to say with the segment name that you picked. I'm not even gonna go there, so which stick gets your lick?
Which stick gets your lick? Oh, hell yeah. Lick it, baby.
Hey UUOP, it's Michelle here. I am at Freeze Ray Pops with my daughters, Audrey, Krista, and my honorary daughter, Cadence, and we're trying Freeze Ray Pops for the first time, and we're going to rate them for Lick My Stick. My daughters just gave me a really funny look. All right, so Krista, she got the Minion, which is like blue banana. Krista, out of 5, what do you give it? 1 being gross, 5 being awesome.
4.75.
Really? That good?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just like banana.
You like the outer shell on it? It tastes kind of chocolatey almost, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Cadence had the Minion as well. Let's see what Cadence rates it.
Like a 4.
Okay.
It was like really good, and both of them combined taste really good together.
That's true. Good. Awesome. All right. Audrey got the Vector, and she's giving me some funny looks. I don't know that she's decided yet.
I don't know how I feel about it. It's like chocolate on the outside, but fruity on the inside, and it's not your typical orange creamsicle flavor. I don't know.
You haven't decided yet? No. Okay. I'll say mine while she's deciding. I got the blueberry lemonade, and mine is really freaking good. I give mine a 5 out of 5. It is so good. It's like just a traditional popsicle, but the flavor is really freaking awesome. Tastes so like fresh and fruity. Fresh and fruity. I like it. 5 out of 5 for mine. All right, Audrey, your turn. You got to decide.
Okay, I'd give it like a 3. Like right in the middle. Like, it's not gross, but it's definitely not the best thing I've ever had. It's good enough to eat.
Would you get it again?
Probably not, no.
Okay.
The shell, so crunchy. And then
I like the shell part. It's the inside that's weird to me.
She makes me laugh.
So I'm going to go ahead and give a couple of other ratings too, because I tried both of theirs. So for me, I tried the Minion, the blue banana one, and I give that one a 3 out of a 5. It was okay. I mean, I like banana, but I'm not a big fan of the like outer creamy shell. I also tried Audrey's Vector. Oh my god. And I give that one like a 2. I give the Vector a 2. Because for me, that creamy outer shell combined with the orange sickle flavor on the inside was pretty nasty. I did not like it. All right, and Audrey just tried the Minion blue banana, and she's choking. All right, Audrey, what do you give the blue banana?
That's very banana-y. That's very banana-y. That's very banana. Tastes like Laffy Taffy.
It kind of tastes like Laffy Taffy. So what do you rate it?
I'm not a huge fan of banana flavored things.
Well, okay.
That was like a 1.
Okay.
That was a 1.
Her eyes are watering.
I wasn't expecting that.
Okay.
No banana.
So there you have it. That's our ratings on these 3 popsicles. We'll try more maybe this trip. If not, we'll catch you next time on our next trip. Bye.
I love how you can like almost hear Audrey's brain processing while she's talking.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't have a review for it yet. While she's eating it, she's just spitting out whatever her brain's thinking.
Yeah.
So true. Oh. I forgot we did that, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you want to hear yourself in the podcast? Well, it's dead easy. Get involved in this year's interactive topic. Which stick gets your lick? I won't say because Lee's expecting me to.
Good.
All you have to do is go to Freeze Ray Pops inside Minion Land at Universal Studios Florida and try as many of the pops as you care to try.
Yes. Once you've done that, record yourself ranking each of them out of 5. 1 being,
Oh, hell no.
and 5 being,
Oh, hell yeah.
and send them to us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. And for the best recording, do it while you're at the parks.
Yeah, like that one was.
Yeah, we were literally standing right outside the Freeze Ray Pops.
Yeah, that was a good lick.
As one should when they're licking sticks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move things over. We have Little Things with Seth. Seth?
This is Seth Kabursky, co-author of the Unofficial Guides, here with an after Easter edition of all the little things that are new around the Universal Orlando Resort. We're almost through the busy spring break and Easter holiday season at Universal Orlando, and already it's time to start talking about graduation parties. Grad Bash, which is for graduating high school seniors, is coming back on select nights in April, And Gradventure for graduating middle school students is happening again in May. You're going to want to check the dates on those and do whatever you can to avoid those days because the parks will close early and be filled with kids. And if you are a Georgia resident, you may be interested to know that the buy 1 day, get 2 days free offer that Universal has for Florida residents is also available to residents of the state of Georgia. All right, let's head inside the park. And as I mentioned, it's been a busy spring break, and I was there on multiple days. And I was a bit disappointed to notice so many cutbacks at Universal Studios Florida despite the big crowds. The backside of the studios still did not open until 10 a.m. There were no ragtime gals performing at Race Through New York with Jimmy Fallon. And the Monster Makeover makeup experience in the Five and Dime gift shop has ended early and been removed. I've also heard rumors that the cabbie character who hangs out at the front of the park may also be going away. At least Universal is investing in some refurbs in the studios. The T-Adventure is going to be getting a refurb from May 6th through the 15th. And I've noticed that the conductor E.T. towards the end of the ride was recently rehabilitated so that his arms actually move again. Revenge of the Mummy will also be getting a refurbishment from June 17th through the 22nd. Chez Alcatraz will be shut down starting April 10th for a major refurbishment, but a temporary bar will be set up in the meantime. And the street along the waterfront behind Sting Alley remains closed for work on the upcoming Nighttime Spectacular. Hat tip to Alicia Stella for digging up trademarks indicating that the new Lagoon show will be called Cinesational Symphonic Spectacular, and the upcoming parade will likely be called the Mega Movie Parade.
Cine what?
Finally, some new teases have been added to the Mardi Gras tribute store, giving hints of what might be in store for the summer tribute store. It looks like Jaws and other classic Universal movies are on their way. Hopping over to Islands of Adventure, the refurbishment of Bilge Rat barges and Me Ship the Olive has ended, and the bridge to Popeye Island now has a pretty rainbow paint scheme. However, the slides in Me Ship the Olive are still closed off. Around the corner in Skull Island, they've added pizza skulls, which were popular at Halloween Horror Nights, to the menu at the little mess tent stand. If this is an apology for removing 3D from Reign of Kong, I'm still not happy. Jurassic Park River Adventure had almost a full week of downtime due to mechanical issues over spring break, but it seems to be back open on a regular basis now. The waterfall coming out of the big face on Mythos is still off, and One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish over in Seuss Landing will be shutting down for a refurb from April 27th all the way through May 24th. Finally, let's end up in City Walk, where the artists behind Mina Lima, creators of the graphics inside the Wizarding World, had a very well-attended meet and greet at the Universal Studios store last Saturday. In fact, the line got so long that they had to shut it off. I've also spotted in the studio store recently some new retro merchandise themed like old-fashioned travel patches. And finally, if you're a fan of either Quiet Flight or Cinnabon at City Walk, make your last visits now because I'm hearing that they will be closing very soon. Rumor has it that a Nintendo store and a Butterbeer store are both on their way. Okay, that'll do for this time. I am Seth Kabursky, author of The Unofficial Guide to Universal Orlando, which you can find at theunofficialguides.com. I'll be back in 2 more weeks, and in the meantime, I'm keeping an eye on all those little things at the Universal Orlando Resort for you.
The cabbie thing I saw confirmed on Instagram yesterday.
Yeah, that's so
From
sad.
Universal?
From a cabbie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Was it our friend?
No,
a different one.
Different
Okay.
one I haven't seen.
That's sad. It's sad that they're cutting back on that stuff.
It really is.
That is a very weird one because how much is it to keep cabbie out there?
Well,
you know what I mean?
A friend of ours who is a cabbie also works the horror makeup. So I don't know whether they get paid per role, but he's already there. I don't understand it.
And it's always popular. People are always talking and taking photos.
I love it. It's just that atmosphere walking into the park. It's like when they got rid of the pirates going into Port of Entry. Port of Entry is going to feel empty now. It felt so much better.
Yeah, with all the citizens.
When they were there. It's awesome. And you take that away. And
for me, they're big mistakes.
And it's such a strange cutback to do.
Yeah.
Very.
Right, that's me one soapbox. We're done.
Yeah.
Actually, I can't. Sensational. What is it about lagoon shows that they just mix words together that really don't go? Sensational. I can't even say it.
Yeah, but nobody's going to be able to say it. They're just going to call it the Lagoon Show.
Probably. Sensational. A symphonic spectacular. Oh my God.
I appreciate it.
The alliteration is nice, but those are really big words.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just, yeah. All right, soapbox done.
You have a date for that?
No. We don't even know what it is yet, do we? Like, we're assuming it's going to be drones.
I think that's a pretty decent shout.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Pizza skulls. I was just like pizza skulls.
We never got them, did we?
No, I know. And I didn't buy the
mould.
The mould either, which is a big regret.
That's a hefty refurb for ET, considering it's already had some stuff done. It's like, what did it say? 9th to the 20 something, like a 12-day downtime, I think it was. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Well, and the Mummy was just down for like a whole year.
Exactly.
What do they need to be refurbed again for?
Strange. I mean, I get it. I hope that it's not just maintenance and they are actually touching everything up. I mean, we've talked about this a lot recently with you. Already, we've talked about it tonight with How to Train Your Dragon open. You look when that land's brand new and it opens, it's just going to be amazing. And then people who've never been to Universal before are going to go to Epic Universe and go, oh, we might as well toddle along to Studios and Islands again and walk in and go, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
Because it's just going to feel on a completely different level. It does worry me how outsiders are going to view those two parks.
Outsiders aren't welcome.
I think they'll still have fun.
I do.
I mean, I think we talked about it, didn't we, when this announcement came out, Tracy, that I said, I think looking at the theming of Epic Universe, it's going to blow Islands of Adventure out the water, and you were like, that worries me.
It does. Because you know how much I love that place and I don't want it to get left behind.
There's only so much you can do. I mean, you're building a state-of-the-art park.
Yeah.
25 years later, maybe 20, whatever, 20-something years later, you either build your new park to look dated like your others, or just,
I get it.
Go wild and just try your best. You know, I think it's kind of a double edge either way.
Yeah.
Did anybody? So here's a question. I know we didn't. Michelle or Chris, probably Michelle more so. Did you go to Animal Kingdom at any point near its opening?
Yeah, I went within the first year, 2 years.
So how did the other parks compare to how that felt when it opened?
I mean, it just felt like another park. It didn't make me not want to go to the other parks at all. And that was what I was going to say was like, you know, Magic Kingdom didn't suffer when Hollywood Studios opened.
It won't though, will it?
Don't forget that's also a time when they were going in overnight and touching up everything.
Probably, yeah.
You know, so...
And Animal Kingdom's a park that I think because of it being like...
It's so different.
Themed, yeah, it was never going to come... The rest...
It wasn't going to
compare, was it?
Sparkling one anyway. It needs to look a bit battered.
Yeah.
I'll tell you which one does feel very outdated is Epcot.
Really?
It feels so outdated. I haven't been since the new refurbishments have started opening back up, but because Epcot was supposed to be a land of the future, and obviously our current future is much more technologically advanced than what he envisioned, it doesn't compute anymore.
It just worries me that people who haven't been before that are going to come down specifically for Epic Universe are going to... I mean, I've already seen it in the time we've been doing this podcast where I've seen people go, oh, we went to go and visit for, you know, Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, and we went round the rest of the park and it was tired and crap, and I worry that the people who don't love Universal are going to judge it on...
They can go to the dark side. That's fine.
I don't know.
I don't think it'll be like that severe of a difference. I mean, it's not as if both parks are like in decrepit states. You know, go to Six Flags, that's decrepit. Like that, there's like rust on the rides that you ride.
Yeah, true.
Whereas like here, they've been doing a lot of touch ups here and there, new concrete here, new that. So it's not going to feel as, futuristic and modern day as, let's say, your your Epic is going to feel like. But I mean, go back to the time when Islands opened up. And that was literally a futuristic type park.
Yeah.
That one made, to me, Universal feel very dated.
Really?
And then, at least just because as a kid, right, like you enjoy doing like rides more. And there were so many more rides, thrill rides, and technology within those rides that now you're looking, at that time, at least for me, you're looking back at Universal as just this like, it's just kind of stage shows, and it's just, you're sitting down, you're not moving around. Now, it did make that feel very dated. But going back to how you mentioned Magic Kingdom doesn't feel dated because Magic Kingdom it's almost like a nostalgic thing for people.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I feel like maybe Universal or studios will kind of have that kind of sense for people, right? It's the park, this and that. So maybe people's expectations of Universal isn't to be as modern and futuristic as Islands. In fact, or as Epic. In fact, maybe it's one of those things where, you're going to Epic like crazy and you're like, let's go to studios. I want to get a little bit of that nostalgic kind of sense feel.
And lower crowds. I mean, people are going to want to go and have just a respite, if nothing else, from crowds that are happening over at Epic.
Yeah. Don't worry, it'll all be fine.
Oh, it will be, and that's not. I'm not saying that I wanted them to dumb Epic Universe down to not lift it above those two parks, but I think that a lot of technology has changed in the last 25 years, and it is going to feel very different walking into Epic Universe for the first time.
I can't wait, though.
Oh,
I have one more question about this Seth stuff. When he said butterbeer store,
Yep.
Does that mean like actually selling butterbeer in City Walk?
That's what it sounds like. Yeah.
Which is crazy to think they haven't done this years ago.
That's exactly what I said. Well, I've been saying this for years.
J.K. Rowling wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, but she doesn't have the same rights over the parks that she used to have. That's the difference. And I think before they wanted people, I did this to Tracy when we were talking about it, they wanted people to go into the park. They wanted to give them more than the reason of just visiting Hogsmeade or Diagon Alley. It's like because for the longest time, the only place you could buy wands and merch and all the rest of it was inside the park. Yeah. And now they've realised that they don't need to force people into buying tickets to go in the park, so you can buy it in City Walk and stuff like that. And I think this is where this is going. So we've realised now that people are going anyway. We're not going to make extra sales by only selling butterbeer in the park. So why not put it in City Walk, and then we'll make that extra money of people who aren't going to the parks and just coming into City Walk. Makes sense.
100%.
I'm all for it. Heck yeah.
It's hard enough to get a butterbeer in the park.
Yes.
Like accessibility is terrible. We skip butterbeer a lot just because the line's too long. We're like, forget
it. Yep.
And also, we've talked about how much they've made single-handedly off butterbeer over the past whatever amount of time, paid for the land over like multiple times. So having it out there, I think, is smart.
Grabbing a hot butterbeer, especially in the winter on my way back to the hotel. Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah. Cuddling up with your leg warmers and massagers and hot butterbeer.
Dude, you're speaking my language. Stop
Take the boat in, everything. Yeah.
Nice. Love it.
Mm-hmm. If they could just bring back bottled pumpkin juice as well, that'd be great.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen. Cheer up.
Anything else you want to touch on here? Because I think we kind of covered most of it.
I don't think there was
Still hate that Kong has no goggles. So
yeah, and I don't think it's going to change by the sounds of it.
I would love if you could ride it and see what I mean, but
I can imagine.
Michelle, did you ride it?
No, I haven't been back there since they've taken them away.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah,
I mean, I've taken my goggles off during the ride, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just about the same, just not as blurry.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I have no idea what the thought process is there.
So I saw someone post about it today in one of the pass holder groups, I think it was, and they were told by a team member it was because people kept stealing the glasses.
How? An alarm goes off.
Apparently not.
Exactly.
That's what they were told. So that's just what I saw today.
So put turnstiles in. The only way you get through is if you have glasses in you.
But then they don't want to spend money on that just to keep the glasses. Just get rid of them. I understand why they've done it if that's the case.
Do you know what then? Do what I said.
Everywhere.
The glasses are all the same thing, I'm sure. For each ride, they're all the same system. Do you know what? Let people rent a pair of glasses for all day.
Yeah, I know you keep saying that.
You know, give them a deposit. And if they want to keep them, they don't get the deposit back.
I don't think... I mean, from what we know about Epic at this point, I don't think there's going to be a 3D ride in there. I think it wouldn't surprise me if they end up getting rid of everything, barring maybe Spider-Man and Transformers. I think Gringotts will be the next to go.
Oh, I can't wear them anywhere. They come off my face. If they take it off Spider-Man, though, there's going to be riots.
Anyway, that's just what I saw, so don't shoot the messenger.
Okay.
All right. We have one more birthday. Tracy?
We do. Last one for the show. On April the 13th, it is the delightful Brooke Knitterhouse's birthday. Happy birthday, Brooke.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I hope you all have lovely birthdays and lots and lots of cake.
Oh, I could just eat some cake, actually.
We haven't got any.
No, I was going to bake
It's nobody's birthday.
No. It was Chris's last week. I didn't get any off him.
I have some left over in the fridge, actually. So if you just come over... Pop on in.
Yeah, we'll be there in what? 15 hours?
About 2 years.
I'll put it in the freezer there for you.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap up this week's show. Now, don't forget to send in your Which Stick Gets Your Lick recording to podcast@uuopodcast.com. But to end this show, we have a listener-submitted fact about Fast and Furious. Now, this guy, this is his ride. I mean, this is it. If you had to demolish every single ride except one, he would keep this one up. So this one comes in from Jeff Royds.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Now, Fast and Furious Supercharged is so bad.
How bad is it?
Fast and Furious Supercharged is so bad, it makes the Discover Universal podcast almost listenable.
Oh, no. Wow.
Now remember, everyone, that came from Jeff Royds, and Jeff Royds' opinions don't necessarily reflect those of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast.
Correct. All right.
I'm just putting that disclaimer in there so we don't get for it.
Yeah. If not, we're not going to get our medallions. So.
Oh.
All right. Well, please send us your facts about how bad Fast and Furious Supercharged is to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Until next time. Talk to you then.
Are you insane? Get out of here. The curse, it's real. The podcast is over. So, the Magi want you to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. For all the podcast news and articles, check out our blog at uuopodcast.com. Contact us by emailing us at podcast@uuopodcast.com. And if you want to join the Producers Club, email us at uuopproducers@gmail.com. Silence! With your subscriptions, we shall rule for all eternity. Listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Not even the Magi can save you now. There is no escape. Your end shall be my beginning. Prepare yourself for your next trip by emailing Michelle at portkeyvacations.com. She can take care of all aspects of your next Universal Orlando vacation. We hope you enjoyed your podcast. Please remain seated and keep your arms and legs inside the Prepare to Forfeit Your Souls. Check out the other podcasts on the UUOP network. Rush of Fear, Halloween Horror Nights podcast, the theme park duo for all your West Coast news and info, and the Taste of Universal, Universal Orlando food podcasts. So hey, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the podcast. I would have enjoyed this podcast a lot more if I had gotten my cup of coffee.